Good morning. The algorithms are being set. Use your credit card, don't use your credit card. You use your credit card, they know you went out of your house. You get onto your computer, they know you're in the house or somebody's in the house. Right now, the algorithms are being set. If you've been watching me for the last 10 years, you will know what I talk about. You'll know things that I mention for certain reasons, certain things I don't like to say. For some reason, I think that I'm hiding myself or hiding of what I stand for, when actually it's already out there, because every word I speak goes into YouTube, into their main system, and out into the algorithm system of the blockchain talkers. However that works, somehow they developed a system to read and decode what is coming in from the star system. And when you say coming in from the star system, how can we speak to God? How do we know what's here? Every day you live and make a choice, that choice is made on something deeper inside the conscience, something deeper. And the conscience or the subconscious, I don't know which words to use, comes from an outside world. We might repeat and loop inside our mind. But every time we loop inside our mind, I believe that we don't stay, some stay stagnant, maybe others don't. But in this area space where I am, if we put 100 of us in this room, or if I compact this room with people, what is the reason you actually feel the claustrophobia? Is it because there is no more empty space in the room? What if I lowered the ceiling just about over here? But you have plenty of room to move. Is it your conscience that's making you have that feeling of claustrophobia, or is it the disappearance of space? Why don't many animals have that same difference? You see, I couldn't know. I'm not an animal psychologist. My cat wants to go in a box. I, myself, feel more secure. I feel more secure when I wear this. So when you ask the Indians or Hindus, or look at them and see them wearing this, think twice. I'm not Hindu or Indian. I put this on, I feel secure. Better be safe than sorry. Some of the old people said, screw it. What do you think, I'm going to stay in my house at 80 years old for the next 6 months? He says, I've seen the concentration camps. He says, I know what goes on. Do you know what goes on in the mind of an 80-year-old person who's seen the concentration camps, who lived through war after war after war after war after war, through the fight and the civil unrest and the civil unrest? Who causes all this unrest? Who causes all this war? Personally, a lot of it is ridiculous. Things come and things go, things happen, but a lot of things happen for a reason, because when you unrest the mental inside of your body gets weak. Your mind is weak. When you make your mind weak, the rest of it gets weak. You don't want to leave the house. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. Pushed into a corner. Mental instability. Just want to mention a couple of things. Amen and M. The word Abraham, a bra, an arm. The BR is in between, saying bear, B-E-A-R. Could be also a beer. If you're saying beer, we have to know that beer and hops move together to create that. Ra-ham. Is that Ra mathematics? Ham 814 or Venus? Venus and Ra, H and A are the same numeric values of the letter R together, the heaven's angel, or the one that divides. 8, 1 is 9, and 4 is 13. 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 and 13. Bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah. The arm and the ham. Don't eat the pigs. Don't forget about the pigs. The first letter, the second letter, the 18th letter, and the first letter. 19, 20, 21, 22. 8, 13, 14, and 8. 22, 22. 44. Area space. The missing number? Yep. Another number to Mars. Another number to the red sun. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. When you add these together, this one creates 5, this one creates 4. It's now talking about the sun. G and E talks about the moon. N and E talks about your birth. 555 two numbers that look like 5, and inside a 9 is a 5. The gateway of the spirit, the birth, and the crossover. That N is a crossover. The N and the Z come together, and you will create a crossover in that letter. N, Z, H, and I will create just about every single letter. N, 5, Z, 8. Talking about the matrix, silver matrix. When I speak, it's because the numeric value goes to those words. Do you have the C, the big C, the big Cancer, the big Corona? Well, a C note, or C4800, is talking about the sun of the passageway, because 0, 0. Okay, although 0 equals to 9, because the numeric value comes back to the same value. 9 plus 4 equals 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 9 plus 2 equals to 11. 1 and 1 is 2. But the reverse of the 9, or the percentage of 1.5 times 6 equals to 9, is the same value. The reverse side of a dice cube is 6. The reverse side of the 1 is 6. Sorry. The totality surrounding the 1 is 8. 8 and 1 is the totality of the face of the cube. Therefore, the maximum dots you'll see on a cube is 6. 10 frames in bowling, but there's 10 squares. To roll 12 strikes will give you 300. 12 times 25. Earth. 3 times 25, 75. Moon. You get 2 rolls per frame. You have 10 frames. You have 20 rolls. House. C in Roman numerals is 100. Coronavirus starts with the numeric value of pi. Messiah starts with the same area and numeric fashion for Abraham. Messiah, and so does Harry and Meghan, fit the same numeric value. Harry and Meghan. Why are they coming to Canada? The word Messiah, we're going to take out 19 because we're only going to use one S. And don't forget there's the A and I in Messiah. Take out one S, we get 48, the sun and the spirit. In the half-life, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, the spirit is 76. Inside 1 and 2, that creates 3 and 2, that will create 6 and 5, will also create the day of the son of Mars. Why the son of Mars? 6 and 5 is the only way in a cube to create 11. 6 by 5 is 30, equaling today. All zeros will equal to 6. You will now have 9, 11. You will have 36, 47. The numeric value for time, cross, Christ. Also, in multiplication, you will end up 7 times 4, 28, cycle of the moon. It's 27 something point something. The king and the king are in French, roi and king. So I take numbers together and I create stories. There's all kinds of stories. I can't get it done alone. I can't get things in order to tell the complete story. I'm just bringing this out in pieces and parts. You know what? I have leggings. Go check out my leggings. It comes from my artwork. I don't know why I do this. I don't have I shouldn't even be showing some of this stuff. Anyways, Art of Wear, Mr. Tack Pens. Look it up. See if you can get anywhere with it. I'm not sure where else to go with this. I'm still working on this. There's a whole story in this I'm working on right now. Read that backwards. And the star, or NASA star, right? Massa, martial law. We've seen that before, right? Okay, here's something else I put together. These lines, if you notice the first one, this 13 comes to the first line. So if we go along this over to the first line, boom, I get number 22 over here. 22 and 13 is 35. In the other wheel, I'm connecting 37 and 39. Right now, I'm connecting 35. And the reason for connecting 35 is because 1, 4, and 7, okay, 1, 4, and 7 does not equal 35. 1, 4, and 7 does not equal to 35. But the row of 1, okay, 4 and 7 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. Now, why is it 35? Because the total wheel, okay, is 35, 37, 39. the average of this board and the spreading of the numbers is a total of 111, 35, 37, 39. And that's why I am connecting 35. This wheel over here, the double zero, 17, 22, 22 and 15, 37, 39, 20, 17, 37. Okay, it's a little different. There's a change in this area over here where 32 and 7 make 32 and 7 make 39, and the 20 is not used with the 11. There's a skip over. 26 and 11 equals to 37. So I'm trying to understand how the energy mixes up with these numeric values. So over here, there were a few on the right side, and I'm dividing it by 5. You see, there is no dividing 0, but this is the only perfect line that when I draw this 0 over to the 24, it goes right through. I can draw the 32, 0 over to number 5. When I draw the 32 over to 24, okay, to take that line, it doesn't have the same cut as the 5, but I'm going to have to take a look at that one more time. It starts here, and as you move over, 24 goes to 32. 24 and 32. 24 and 32, 56. 16 and 15, 31. So as you go around, these lines will go straight into, see, this line will start on the right side of 24, and it'll finish on the left side of, did I get that right? The left side of the number. So we can go all the way around connecting these numbers. What do they mean yet? They're just the opposites. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I'm putting this together anyways. Okay, in this little design, if you can notice, it sort of seems like one person is here, one person is here, some kind of different coordinate, 1, 0, 0. Okay, I'm not sure which way I could have built this, but it's like two minds together to create one mind, or one mind into two minds, two different worlds. Flip this upside down, you live on one side in one world, and you live on the other side in another world. I have to figure out myself what it is. I don't know. Came to me in a dream, okay, and that's what it is. So this is only one of them. You have to create multiples in order to see more of a vision of it. There's still a whole lot more math that I fool around with. The letter F, what can eventually happen to it? What is red? What is black? Red positive. But when you have red positive, you have cash negative. When you have black negative, you have cash positive. When you have greenbacks, you have cash. When you're in the green, you have a positive cash flow. So there's a whole bunch of things that go along with that. I also like to put together the interstates. I think the interstate, one of the interstates in California is 405, and that has to do something with the sun. The Highway 15, which is Mars, runs through all the numbers in Las Vegas and all the way from Utah. Salted up, baby. Salt City. Lake is another word, so they call it Salt Lake City. Wow, freaked me out. Earth, moon, and birth. Salt Lake City. Add 6 to this, and you get the matrix electric, because this is a 20. When you have this as a 20, the 0 will equal to that 6. Or unless it's a 20, instead of going, you see what happens to 20, okay, is that when you bring this to a single count, it becomes 2. I call it Pythagorean count. I'm not sure if it's a low shoe count. I'm going to have to look that up. So this comes down to 2, so it comes down 2 level. So you have to have 18 and 2. And that, again, is the B and the R. What does that mean? What does that mean, B and R? The section of B and the section of R. R18. So maybe I don't add 6. Maybe when it's a letter that's higher than 19, because when it's higher than 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10. The numeric value in a single digit count is 1 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. Maybe in this instance I should add 9. Now we get the half-life spirit of the church. We have 2 and 3 is 5, and 1 is 6, and 1 is 7. The totality is 7. That's your gateway. And so is the salt in your system. We have 3 and 9, okay, equals 12 equals 3. 3 and 9 equals 12. 13, 14, and 7, 21. Right away I get the cube. In the shortest count, I end up with 3. I end up with 7, 3. In this count over here, I end up with 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. In this count over here, I end up with 2, 7, 3, 2. Beta creation, the gateway and the moon, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, all the way to California, Highway 15, Highway 80 to Highway 15. I think then, what highway do we take in California? I don't know. 110 years, Universal, Paramount, Columbia. All the words we use, the Word of God is telling us a story. We have to decipher it. And all these algorithms in this computer, all we're doing is sharing it so somebody could just use it. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.